Hello, everybody. This is John Paval, Saturday, February 7th, 2026, with an Arts Live, Access Arts Live update on choral and chamber orchestral works this weekend, which we wanted to give a special heads up about, especially to those of you who are in the chamber music and or choral music community. We have the ROCO Chamber Orchestra in Houston this weekend. We have the Horizon Ensemble and the 13 professional choir and orchestra. And I wanted to tell you about each of them. Before I go any further, let me remind you, if you like this kind of programs, do yourself a favor and follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, or LinkedIn. We are on all those platforms because we want to be wherever you are. Wherever you hang out, we want you to just be able to wander over to our channel and find out what's going on a given day, because we do weekly and daily updates. Having said that, let me now get to telling you about each of these three interesting choral and or chamber orchestra events going on this weekend and being live streamed. The first of them, Saturday, February 7th, the longtime live streaming ROCO Chamber Orchestra in Houston, Texas, features American voices, including the world premiere of Patricia Leonard's Persistence of the Dream, a ROCO commission commemorating the 250th anniversary of the United States Declaration of Independence, as well as music by Dvorak, Gala Flagello, and Duke Ellington. That'll be at 5 in the evening, Texas time, 6 o'clock in the evening in New York City, midnight here in Europe, and 10 o'clock on Sunday morning in places like Melbourne and Sydney, or a little earlier if you're in Perth on the West Coast. This is the ROCO Orchestra has been live streaming for free since 2013. That is what they do. So they are groundbreakers. All we can say is hats off to them, and bonne continuation, as we would say in French, or glad fortsättning, as we would say in Swedish, or happy continuing good work. ROCO stands for River Oaks Chamber Orchestra. They will be doing Dvorak Symphony No. 9 in E minor. Ooh, nothing new, except that it's the new, although it's the New World Symphony, this is the world premiere of a new arrangement of it for chamber orchestra by Jason Stevens. Then they will do Duke Ellington's New World A-Coming. Then they'll do Patricia Leonard's Persistence of the Dream, the world premiere that they have commissioned. And then they'll do Duke Ellington's new Then they'll do Gala Flagello. I hope I pronounced that right. Droughts and Downpours, as arranged for string orchestra. The Duke Ellington's New World A-Coming will feature ROCO's principal pianist Audrey Andrist as the soloist. The conductor, the guest conductor, is Anthony Parthner. He's from the San Bernardino Symphony Orchestra in California. That's what you have coming up for you first today, Saturday, February 7th. Then, from a live streaming great, I should try to set up a live stream interview with them, as we've done with some of our other best concrete content creators. Shout out to those of you at ROCO. If you have any interest in that, let us know. Then 2 more live streams on Sunday to tell you about, both of which are choral works. The first of them is the Horizon Ensemble, whom we've covered before. They live stream on a regular basis. They did a one for Massachusetts Voices back in September. They're based in Boston, Massachusetts. Sunday, February 8th, the Horizon Ensemble in Boston, Massachusetts live streams new works by Gaston Gosselin and Veronica Cowell, as well as American composer Ulysses Kay and British composer Edward Elgar, to throw in something very classic. That's at 3 in the afternoon in Boston, which would make it noon on the West Coast in LA or Seattle, and 9 o'clock in the evening here in Europe. Very watchable hour. They've been around only like about 5 years. They were founded in 2021, and they've already done, I think, 14 different concerts since then. Every one of their concerts features at least one new composition by a young living composer, as they say. Though it'd be hard to see how they'd get one from a young dead composer, but I shouldn't goof around. But hey, it's Saturday here in Paris. This is my day off. As soon as this is done, I get to go off and walk in the woods. So cut me a little slack. Anyway, this time they'll be doing, two of the works are by living young composers. Imagine Dances by Gaston Gosselin, and Lustmord, which means lust murder in Swedish, by Veronica Kao. Then they'll do the piece by Ulysses Kay is called Southern Harmony, inspired by American folk songs, and then the Enigma Variations by Edward Elgar, as I said, to do something very classical to cap off the event. Lovely concert for you there on Sunday afternoon on the East Coast. And then we have one more live stream we want to tell you about, which is by the 13 Professional Choir and Orchestra. They started out originally as a choir, and then they became a choir and orchestra, and they do various interesting sorts of concerts. As you can tell by the picture there, that's one where they're singing in a circle surrounded by the audience. Sunday, February 8th, the 13 Professional Choir and Orchestra performs and live streams Rachmaninoff's Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom from the Westmoreland Congregational Church in the Washington, D.C. area. That's Sunday at 5 o'clock Washington, D.C. time. Would be 2 o'clock in L.A., 11 o'clock in the evening here in Paris and the rest of Europe, and 9 o'clock Monday morning down under in Australia in places like Melbourne and Sydney. I looked up exactly where the Westmoreland Congregational is, and from the map, it looked like it's right on the border between Maryland and D.C., but it's in that area. They are not unfamiliar with the vocal music of Sergei Rachmaninoff. They did his all-night vigil in 2023. And this piece was written a little earlier, about 5 years before he composed a vigil. Rachmaninoff composed this, and it's on even a grander scale, we're told, than the all-night vigil, which is kind of hard to imagine, but there you go. The 13 have been described by Gramophone as exquisite in every way. Well, I think that just about says it. They work on reimagining vocal music from many other periods. They have a recording out of Monteverdi's Vespers of 1610. They did the world premiere recording of Scott Ordway's opera, The Outer Edge of Youth, and Truth and Fable back in 2019. They started out as a choir, and I think 13 referred to the number of members they'd have in the choir, but more and more in recent years, they have added an orchestra to their work, so now they're a professional choir and orchestra. I wanted to tell you about these three choral pieces because it's an area of particular interest, and we'll make sure that we circulate this video to a number of about a dozen Facebook groups that we know of, which are interested either in chamber music or in choral works. So I hope that's interesting to you. I hope that one or more of these three uplifts you, inspires you, or just shows you a heck of a good time. And with that, let me remind you again one more time, if you like this kind of programming, please do yourself a favor and follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live. We are on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and LinkedIn. We want to be wherever you are. I'll say ciao for now. Have a lovely weekend. There are other clips coming up today to guide you towards other orchestral works, and we have put up the notice of all of the live streams going on today, Saturday, February 7th. So you can check that out on any of our platforms, but particularly on Facebook and X and Instagram for that kind of purely printed material. Ciao for now.